So it's official, Vietnam is now issuing tourist visas again, and it has announced its arrival policies, which actually do away with almost all of the requirements. So in this video, let's get into the details of this, the official announcements, and what we know so far. So let's cover the arrival conditions for getting into Vietnam first, and this is signed and red stamped, so it is official. And the only requirement is a PCR test 72 hours before your flight, or a rapid test 24 hours before your flight. And that's it. Vietnam has done away with quarantine on arrival. There is no requirement to quarantine on arrival. There's no vaccine certificate required. Do note that some airlines may require you to be vaccinated in order to fly. Also, if you're planning to work in Vietnam, you most likely will have to be vaccinated to teach in any schools. And you just have to monitor your health for 10 days when you arrive. I think it's just the PC COVID app, which everyone here has on their phone. You just declare that you're healthy, and that's it. That's all the requirements. So it's gone from what we were talking about before, 24 hours of quarantine on arrival and all these other conditions, including vaccination certificate and stuff. That was the last proposal. Now it's just gone to fully open except for the test and monitoring your health when you arrive. I almost don't believe that this is happening right now. I'm kind of in shock because it's been over 2 years and these entry requirements are so good. No quarantine on arrival. Vietnam is now really committed to reopening for tourism, it seems. So what about visas? Well, there was another document that was signed and stamped yesterday that covered 3 main things. One being the 15-day visa exemption for 13 nationalities, which I covered in yesterday's video. The second being they will resume the treaty with ASEAN countries. So I think there's maybe another 11 countries in Southeast Asia that can travel to Vietnam without a visa for between 14 and 30 days. So that's a list of, I think, 22 countries in total that can travel on short trips to Vietnam without a visa. And then lastly, and most importantly for the majority of you, Vietnam has agreed to go back to its visa policies from pre-pandemic times. So reinstating all the visa issuing policies as per before the pandemic started. And the Vietnam e-visa website is now taking applications, and I have seen people that have already got their e-visas for 30 days in Vietnam approved. I've seen the documents, people have been posting them, so it is good to go. You can actually apply right now to get an e-visa for 30 days in Vietnam. I think there's a list of 80 countries that can do this. So this is really it. After nearly 2 years of waiting, we're here. Vietnam is issuing people visas again and letting people into the country. They have a policy that lets people into the country, and you can actually get a visa to get in. I can't believe it. There's going to be so much excitement here among businesses and people in Vietnam to finally get new people into the country. I know for myself at Ninja Teacher, we've been waiting a long time for this, and we're really happy to see Vietnam moving in this direction, and now we are able to run our programs again. We're just going to see how visa issuing is going over the next few days, and then we're going to be opening enrollment for our Vietnam TEFL course in June, July, as well as our Vietnam Fast Track, which is designed for people who already have a TEFL course and want assistance with moving to Vietnam and getting a job with some extra training and support and assistance with securing employment. So I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to get in touch with us about those, and you can apply for our programs. But let's just talk a little bit more about what kinds of visas are being issued. Now I want to make a quick disclaimer before getting into that Ninja Teacher is just a small business in Vietnam, and we're basing all our recommendations to our customers on what we hear from our lawyer and other advice, but I'm not going to give you recommendations on this channel on the best visas to get to move to Vietnam, because we're not lawyers and this is not legal advice. I'm just going to tell you what visas are available, and then you're going to have to make your decisions about what kinds of visa is most suitable for your purpose in Vietnam, because you always want to be getting the correct visas, whether you're working in Vietnam or you're just coming for a trip. So just bear that in mind as I start talking about these, and we don't have all the information just yet about visas being issued, but let's get into that, and then I will give you more updates on what kinds of visas are issued in the future too. So that was all the official announcements that I just covered. From now on out, I'm just going to tell you what I've been hearing and base your decisions on this if you like, but do your own research as well. So as I mentioned earlier, e-visas for 30 days are being issued again. I've seen people applying successfully on the Vietnam e-visa website and getting that, within a day. Now the Vietnam e-visas you apply for entirely online, and it's only for certain nationalities. I think the list is about 80 nationalities, And as far as I know, this is not an easy visa to extend. So far from all the information I've seen online, I haven't seen anyone saying that it is possible to extend this. So bear that in mind if you're booking this 30-day e-visa. There's a chance you may not be able to extend that in the country and you may have to leave the country after that 30 days. I'm not sure. You'll have to look into that a bit more. So what about visa on arrivals and 3-month visas or longer? Well, the visa arrival process, for those that don't know, is a process that you went through a visa agent and you got a letter from them, you paid for the letter, and then you flew to Vietnam with that, and then at the airport they give you the visa and your passport. That's the visa on arrival method. And previously you were able to get 3-month tourist visas and 3-month business visas with this method. I chatted to a few agents and all of them have said they haven't heard about this just yet, but it seems as though they think that they will be able to get people visas again. So we'll see what happens with that. I think just wait a few days, that's what they're all saying. We're gonna get more information soon. Vietnam just announced these policies, and that sounds like a good approach right now. Just wait a few days, see how things play out, see what the visa agents are saying about the 3-month visas. Then the other option would be getting a visa from the Vietnam embassy in another country. So I did see on the San Francisco Vietnamese consulate website that they are now reissuing visas again. From what I heard, some people have already put in applications for this, but from what I can see, the Vietnamese consulates know that they are going to be issuing them soon, but they don't have all the final details of pricing and the lengths of visas and stuff like that. So again, I think just wait a couple of days, see what happens. People are also trying to apply at different embassies in different countries. So unless you're in a crazy rush to get to Vietnam, I'd say just wait a few days and we'll see more information about the best ways to get the visas and which ones are available and which is the best route to go. So it looks like we are finally there, finally at the stage where it's possible and easy enough to get to Vietnam that it's viable for most people. And I am super excited about this. Can't wait to help all of you get started teaching English in Vietnam. Get in touch with us if that's something you're interested in at ninjateacher.com. And I'll post more updates when we know some more information about what visas are being issued. So that's it for probably the best updates in 2 years. And I will speak to you all soon in a new video. Peace.